Yo! Yo! I don't sleep. I was gonna say I'm hibernational, but that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even make sense if I'm nocturnal. I just don't sleep. Where did I go? Oh, that's a funny story that I'm not gonna tell you. It's boring personal stuff. Blah blah blah. Mental problems. This is about as far as I want to go, but you know, your main man's back and ready to raise hell. Monkey. Yes, I know. I am aware. Hello there. Hi. Gohan Super Saiyan Grade 4 versus Cell Jr. Gohan slaps. Gohan destroys so hard. In fact, actually, okay, this is something funny, right? You know how Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Super Perfect Cell? Actually, no, I could probably find the scan on Discord in that thing I have, but, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, while at half power, was tying against Super Perfect Cell in a beam struggle, which is really funny. Because it kind of implies that Super Saiyan Gohan could have beat Super Perfect Cell without the Super Saiyan 2 amp. But, you know. In terms of CQC, I have the upper hand. No. Do you plan to make a Madara versus Aizen debunk video? I might do that. Actually, I will do that. I will do that. In fact, you know what? I'm right now I'm working on a video for Jujutsu Kaisen Lightspeed arguments. And then maybe I might make the Aizen versus Madara debunk before that. Because now that I'm a little more familiar with Bleach scaling, like Aizen versus Madara is really not great. The Miles versus Deku G1 blog is out. Do you want me to send it to you? Yeah, sure. High diff or mid diff? Super Saiyan Gohan would probably high diff the Cell Juniors. I think that's fair. I feel like most people could agree with that. Because Gohan's also stronger than Goku, who... Well, okay, that's not great because, you know, Goku was getting slapped around by a Cell Junior. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, something happened in regards to Sukuna versus Madara. I learned that, you know, Madara's kind of really fast. Madara's really quick. In terms of AP, you know, Madara is like large planetary, and then you can argue Sukuna to large planetary using the black hole. If you want to kind of squint, there's this new meta for Sukuna called the finger method. And Bleach scaling is very weird, yeah. I'm a Dragon Ball fan though, so I can survive that. I'll live. But yeah. My favorite JJK character, I like Takaba. Takaba's my goat. Takaba's just a good guy who wants to do good things, and I love that. Gohan versus Ultraman Zero. I don't know if Gohan got that kind of scaling. I don't know anything about Ultraman, but, you know, if I remember correctly, he's from one of those Japanese series that have really blatant kind of outerversal scaling. Where do I have Archie Sonic at? Like 8th dimensional. Archie Sonic might be strong. Yeah, he is strong, but, you know. What's my favorite manga that's not widely known? I wouldn't be able to give you, like, a really obscure slice of life manga answer. Because I just can't remember. But probably the one that I read that has impacted me the most, and that I barely see anyone talk about, is Fire Punch. So yeah, that would probably be that one. Let's see. Oh, does Game Sonic have any out-of-versal scaling? He does. You can argue it at least, but yeah. GT versus Super when? Eventually, that video is probably going to be on the back burner for a while, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Ultraman is like Uni Plus. Oh, Gohan decimates then. Feels low. What feels low? If you're talking about my Archie scaling, that is just because I'm looking at the cosmology of it and being kind of skeptical and all that. Do you disagree with the fan battle video of Metal Sonic versus Perfect Cell having Cell win? Yeah, I disagree. Let's see. Cell at best is like universal, like high universal with infinite speed. That's probably the highest you can go without delving into just actual wank. And then compare that to like Metal Sonic, who by that point should scale to like actually no, not even by that point, because this is they're not limiting themselves to like any specific kind of yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not limiting themselves to any one specific fuck, what was I talking about? I can't remember, fuck. Oh yeah. They're not limiting themselves to like a specific time period for that. If Gojo's infinity is infinite dimensional and the world cutting slash bypasses. Nah, it's not infinite dimensional. That would be really funny though. Sukuna just has like a high hyperversal attack and like he can kill Goku with it. But yeah. How do you feel about all the Saiyans currently along with Piccolo being equal? I think there's nuances to that you could kind of poke and prod around about, but personally, I'm fine with it. That's what I was betting on anyway, honestly. That's what they usually do for these kind of situations. It's like, if you remember Vegito Blue versus Beerus back in the day, V-Jump came out and said they were equal. Jiren versus Broly, Xenoverse 2 was just like, they're equal. And now it was like Gohan versus Goku, they're equal. Everyone's equal. Vegeta versus Gohan, Broly versus Gohan, Piccolo versus Goku, they're equal. Everyone's equal. I like it. It's fine. Like I'll survive. And then Black Frieza's stronger than everyone, obviously. So yeah. Yo. I personally don't buy any outer scaling for Game Sonic. I think 60, maybe 70 is good enough. I'm a hyperversal Sonic guy. That's me though. It surpassed base Sonic and base Sonic. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Sinestro versus Mogroth. Who the fuck is Mogroth? Oh, is he a Lord of the Rings character? Yeah, okay, I see now. He's from, yeah, okay. I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings scaling, unfortunately, so I won't be able to speak on that. Welcome back. Hello there. Hi. I know I've been gone for a while, but don't worry. Daddy Unremarkable is here, and there's fucking hell to pay. Yeah. I've been scrounging the internet for like any Jujutsu Kaisen scans. Like, I've been fiending for them. Outer versal means being transitioned a low outer and some zero to... Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Saitama beats SJW. Social justice for you. What the fuck? Okay. That should not have made me laugh as hard as it did. That was good. Bleach has some anti-feats though, like the meteor that scared of Yawik life. Okay, fucking. I swear to God, if that disconnected the goddamn stream. Oh, we're good. We're alive. Okay, we're alive. Fucking. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Do you buy GameSonic having conceptual manipulation? Not really. It's possible, but, you know, I haven't seen anything that good for it. Do you think Death from Puss in Boots is outer versal? Nah. I also had some mental issues not too long ago. I'm very sorry for that. MJ and Trey's World. I remember seeing you a few times in the stream, so... My heart goes out to you 100%. Yeah, hold on. Azriel Dreamer versus Fusamasu. Dog, Azriel's like Undertale is like multi, like Undertale's multiversal. Azriel Demolish is really, really bad. Where does Azriel scale? Like, again, I'm pretty sure it's like multiversal. Maybe not even that, because if I remember correctly, the cosmology of the Undertale universe is like... there's like 100 alternate universes, if I remember correctly. I am operating on game theory logic there, so, you know, crucify me if you want. But yeah, that's like low multi. And then even like Battle of Gods Goku stronger than that. Hello there, Minal Jane. I hope I pronounced your name right. Only the player scales to like 5D. Yeah. According to yeah, okay. According to Versus Battle, he scales to multiversal through God of Hyper Death form. So, and then Immeasurable, his Hyper Goner attack can erase an entire timeline. Yeah, so he's relative in terms of speed, if that makes it any better. But yeah. Am I okay now? I'm doing better. Not great, but better. Yeah, I know. GT Goku versus Super Goku's taking a while. Is it really outrageous to say Zeno scales above Arale's hyperversal feat? I don't like Zeno. Zeno makes everything so